How's it going, YouTube? It's RJ here, and welcome back to another video. This is just going to be a video of me rambling and showing off some Pokemon cards. I have two binders to show off today. I will quickly explain what they are before we open them, and then while we're opening them, we'll just look at what I have. I'll explain a little bit of the cards and my thoughts and feelings on everything all together. But to start us off, I have this binder. This isn't the important binder right now. This is the non-priority binder. And when I say priority, the other one isn't a priority. However, if I was to focus on one, it's the other one first. So we'll go through it real quick, but before I start that, hopefully you guys are doing well. I wish everybody in this hobby is doing well because it is difficult currently. It's impossible to find product, and that's why I'm actually doing this video. I haven't found Pokemon cards in a couple months. I think like maybe maybe one-ish month, probably around 1 month since Journey Together released at least. Destined Rivals is literally just about to release, and Black Bolt, White Flare about to come out too. Doubt I'm gonna find any of those products in store, and it sucks because Black Bolt, White Flare is probably the most hyped I've ever been for a set. Just on like the fact that there are 5 variants for every card is insane. It's the same way I felt about Prismatic. The collector in me likes to have a reason to open up packs, but I can't find any. So right now, while the hobby is going stupid, I'm going to focus on buying singles from older sets, fill those up. I'm not going to be focusing on anything current right now because the value is super inflated. You should be able to get packs for MSRP. You should be able to. We can't right now, and it sucks. So instead of doing that and trying to, feed scalpers or flippers for money that you shouldn't be giving them, but people do. I understand it. So I'm gonna focus on this. So like I said, this is the non-priority binder, and this is Heart Gold Soul Silver cards. So this is the primes in order for set release. So Heart Gold Soul Silver, one's Unlimited, one's Triumphant, one's Daunted. No, it's Undaunted, Unleashed, something else. I forget. I really forget. I was like 11, 10 when these sets came out about that. So, but we have the first full page, which we didn't do too bad. For the first 2 sets, I actually have them completed. It's when we get to Espeon, Umbreon, Gengar, Mew that we have some issues. Houndoom is an issue. I will get them eventually. I'm not rushing it now, but we'll get there. This is one of those things where I would like to have one of every prime because I think they are really neat looking. I've had these in my collection for a long time, so a lot of the things you're gonna see in here are either damaged all the way up to near mint, maybe. It depends on where I got it from, who I got it from, if it was a card that I kept well. Then after that, we actually have the Heart Gold Soul Silver promo sets. I don't have a lot, but it's not a big set, so I put it right after because I was just going to put the promo Typhlosion Meganium for Alligator on this and then just fill this out with something else. But I'm like, oh wait, there are promos. How many? Oh, there's only like 20-ish promos? Okay, we'll do that real quick. So we don't have a lot, but it shouldn't be too bad to fill out, excluding the very obvious trophy one. That's going to be a bit of pain. Other than that one, I think we'll do pretty good. I do want the Entei. That will finish off my dogs, my big dogs right here. Then this page over here, I have my AR set, and I know I used to have, I think, the grass one. I'm not confident. It's either grass or psychic, but there's 9 of them. They fit nicely on a page. They are around this era because I went platinum to Heart Gold Soul Silver. Okay, I'll put them on this page. That's where they're gonna go. And they aren't too expensive. This would be something pretty cool to fill out. I like them for the novelty of it, and I just want them together as a set. That's about how much I like them though, just for the novelty. I think they're really cool. Then we have just my Gardevoir page. It's just some random Cosmic Foil, Cosmos Hollow, Gardevoir from these 10 collections where it was a Gardevoir and Blissey, and every time I saw the Gardevoir one, I would pick it up. And I just need one more to have the entire Gardevoir set. What sleeves do I have them? I think, are they all on Champions Path sleeves? I don't think they are, but they very well, yeah. Maybe they're all on Champions Path sleeves. But on this page, we have some random just cards, because this used to just be like a hodgepodge binder before I started taking all the cards out and putting them into their own sets. Pachirisu, this was given to me by a friend, Miss Alva's. I don't know if she does YouTube anymore. I haven't seen her. I haven't messaged her in a very, very long time. I hope she's doing well. But I know she gifted this to me because we shiny hunted. And it's a shiny Pachirisu that she customized with a pink marker. And I really love it. It's very cute. So I'm very happy to have that. Then we have my Gardevoir Sylveon, because Sylveon's my mascot. I love Sylveon, love Gardevoir. They're my top 3 favorite Pokemon of all time. So this was fun. I like hunting this. I do wish I had the other 3 variants of it, but I think I only have 2 copies of this GX, one inside the actual binder and then the one here for my hodgepodge binder. I think, I could even be wrong on that. Then we have Rayquaza, Salamence, Gyarados, Hitmonchan, Hariyama, some regular EXs. This Rayquaza's beat this in though, but it's okay. I love him nonetheless. Then we have this Arceus, Magmortar, Charizard. These are my level X's. Then I got more shinies. I love shinies so much. Shiny hunting is one thing I wish I could do more of on this account. I have a capture card. I have to get a Switch that works with it. I have a Switch handheld system version of it, the Pokemon Diamond and Legend Shining Pearl, Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl one. But you can't connect a capture device to it. You need like a dockable one, and I'm not gonna spend the money to get a dockable one just yet, especially with the Switch 2 coming out. So hopefully the capture card works on the Switch 2. We'll see. If not, then I'll just try to get like a cheap dockable one and try to do it that way, because I really do want a shiny hunt on this channel, because then I don't have to spend money to make content. Pokemon cards requires you to spend a little bit of money, unless you're doing like informational videos, which I wouldn't be opposed to doing that either. But I think sleeve no card behind is a significantly better resource for when it comes to Pokemon information videos. Here we have more Gardevoirs, Japanese copies, Gardevoir Delta Species EX, the Level X, and the Gardevoir EX from, I think this is EX Emerald. Could be wrong, but don't fact check me. I was even younger when this came out. So Gardevoir and a Doctor. I keep thinking it's Moline, but I don't think it's Moline. So then we have an empty set of pages because, like I said, these are binders that I kind of just, I scraped everything out from like one binder, put it into this binder, and then scraped everything out of this binder and put them into their own pages. Kiawe Fan Club, Crusher Weight, Team Scrawl Grunt. We got a couple full art trainers. They just got to go to the sets that they belong into. Then we have here some gold energies. Not gold energies, gold items. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And then just some random Sylveons, like 15 other pages behind. And that's all for this binder. Like I said, this is the non-priority binder. This is the one I'm not focusing on, though it'd be really cool to do. It would be cool at some point to set up like a trade system, like make a list of things that I need, trade with my audience. I used to do things like that back on my old YouTube channel, which, by the way, guys, I don't know if you guys know this, where you guys have found me from. I've been in this hobby for years, and it's not the, I played it when I was younger, and then I came back during COVID, and then I came back again during Surging Sparks. No, I've been doing Pokemon consistently since Fire Red Leaf Green, because that's like the first Pokemon games that I had. I mean, I watched everybody watching anime. I really got into it during Fire Red Leaf Green. Played Fire Red like crazy, and it's probably my favorite game. Just off of nostalgia reasons alone, I maxed out the hours in that game so much. I have no idea how much time I actually spent because the hours are maxed, but this is my favorite hobby. And like I said, right now, the card collecting aspect of it is in danger because you can't get shit. And it sucks. It fucking sucks. I don't like to cuss too much on this account. It really sucks. But I've been uploading Pokemon content since the XY era onto YouTube. I just switched everything over to this channel just so that way I could give this channel or give my Pokemon stuff a chance to survive, I guess, with the algorithm, because I post other things that aren't Pokemon on my channel, my main channel. But speaking about X and Y, while all this nonsense is going on, I will be working on completing this. So this is my XY / black and white ultra rare binder. So how this works is when I get all the ultra rares done for this set, for any set. So let's use XY base as an example. If I fill up these 3 cards here and I have them all done, I will transfer all the XY cards to its own binder. I have a massive problem of setting goals way too big for myself, and I do it all the time. I've done it my entire life. I like having projects. I like always working towards like massive goals. I want to be the best, do the best. And I want to do master sets. I like doing that. These are the things I like the most, and I like doing the Grandmaster sets. I wish I could redo the Obsidian Flames binder video that I did, because I think I could make it a little more concise. Could have made this video more concise too, but that's whatever. This video is made for rambling. Future videos where I do like sets like that, I will attempt to keep that to a minimum. But when I complete a set, they will get transferred out into their own master set binder, and then we'll just rotate them out, and then eventually we'll have all the XY sets completely out of here. We'll space out the black and white cards, then we'll put all the Heart Gold, Soul Silver here until we get the ultra rares for everything. And that's the reason why I'm doing ultra rares only. First of all, they look really nice in the binder. Second of all, if you can get like the chase cards out of the way, the expensive cards, it gives me enough motivation to kind of just go on like TCG Player and snag up all the cards that I'm missing. And even for this, I have a crap ton of holos, commons, uncommons, reverses. They're just in like 50 plus ETBs that are like in some totes, and I really don't feel like sorting through them. The holos are in their own thing, but I don't want to set them into this binder because it's just too much. But I will have this completed whenever we get new cards in, and I will do my best not to spoil anything we have coming in. But when I get new cards in, we'll put them in the binder. We'll do a little mail call, a little mail video, and then when we get it done, we'll just move it into the next one. So over here is XY base. You're probably going to see in this video the point where I had no money to the point where I had some money. And on top of that, there are a bunch of cards, and I'll probably name a couple here and there that I used to have, but I don't have anymore because I had to sell them relatively recently for financial issue reasons. But we'll get to stuff like that when it comes down to it. So over here, we are missing Emolga EX, Skarmory EX, Skarmory EX is already a EX. This first page, we're only missing 3 regular EXs. And then we are full here. We have Skarmory and Xerneas, some of the most beautiful cards, and most of these I pulled myself, most of them. Some of them, like this Yveltal, I've gotten relatively recently, but this Venusaur, Blastoise have been in my collection for years. This Charizard down here has been here for years. When I say I've been in this for a while, I've been doing it. These cards I got on release, around release, stuff like that. But here's the Flash Fire where it starts. We have Charizards that we're missing. This is the Mega Charizard X that we're missing. But we do have the full art, and the full art's really nice. I'm very happy that I have him. I'm missing the rest of the full arts. Toxicroak, Kangaskhan, I think this is Lysander, or Lysandre, however it's actually supposed to be pronounced. Lysandre. The DRE makes me want to say Lysandre. But yeah, it's probably Lysandre. Then our secret rares. So this is probably the part where you'll be like, oh yeah, it's probably going to be easier to get 3 regular EXs and have to worry about like the $500 plus Charizard X secret rare. And you're right. One of these will probably be done a lot sooner than the other. However, let's say I do get the $500 plus Charizard secret rare. It'll give me enough of an incentive to be like, okay, we got that. Let's finish this out. So we have Heracross here. This is the start of Furious Fist. But as you can see here, we're missing a bunch. We do have the alternate art promo. We do have a Corinna, and I love full art trainers. Full art trainers and regular Pokemon trainers back from XY Black and White era are your best full arts out there, hands down. Special illustration rares and secret illustration rares, or special art rares, however you want to call them. They're really nice. They're extremely nice. I'd be a liar to say they're not nice at all. Alternate arts are really nice. But when it comes to just regular EX full arts, XY, Black and White even better than XY, in my opinion. But those are the ones that you want to go for. But missing a lot. Missing way too much, actually. It's going to be a hard set to complete, but maybe I'll get there one day. Then we have Phantom Forces. We are missing, I think this is the start of Phantom Forces with Manectric, Mega Manectric. Because, yeah, this would have to be the secret rares for Lucario and Heracross. Heracross here, Lucario there. Gengar, Mega Gengar. Oh, that sucks that we don't have that. There's another Pokemon somewhere in here, too, that I'm missing. I don't even know who I'm missing, but it happens. But I really like this set specifically because of the... What is the Pokemon? You guys know the Pokemon. Oh, the Dialga. The Dialga was the chase, guys. It wasn't this full art Gengar, which I think this is now the most expensive card in the set. It was the Dialga Silver, which is really nice. And unfortunately, my Gengar is missing a red layer, which is funny. It is a real card, guys. I do promise that. You can actually see the texturing here. Very real card. It's just missing a layer of ink. But it makes it look shiny, and I like that more than anything else. And I do consider these flare items, I do consider them part of ultra rares, though I don't think they might count, maybe not. Who knows? I'll count those the same way I want to count A-Specs, so those are in here. So when it comes to spacing, those get accounted for. But yeah, Phantom Forces, Flash Fire, Furious Fist. Missing a lot there, and it doesn't change with Primal Clash. Primal Clash, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 EX is missing there. And then on this page, everything but the Gardevoir and Mega Gardevoir. So this is including our Primal Kyogre, Primal Groudon, regular Kyogre, which those full arts are super expensive, but they are so beautiful looking. So you guys can see earlier X and Y, your boy didn't have a job because he was still just in high school studying and trying to get his best grades. Over here, this is the location where the Double Crisis cards would actually go, the Kyogre and Groudon, which I used to have the Groudon at one point, but I think I traded it because I'm like, oh, it's just some random little janky specialty set. I'll probably be able to pick it up again. It's never going to go for much. God, like, you know, sometimes you gotta just knock some sense into your younger selves. Be like, yo, you don't know better, but I wish you did. But here is Roaring Skies, and this is where things take a change for how much I need. So we have the first two cards there. We're missing Mega Gallade, Latios regular. This is Hydreigon. Yeah, I think it's Hydreigon if I'm not mistaken. Mega Rayquaza, Shaman EX. I was opening so much of this set specifically for the Mega Rayquaza and the Shaman. Because if you guys don't know, this Shaman right here is one of the most broken cards out there. Like, even just the regular EX, it went for so much back then. It went for like a crazy amount. But we have the alternate art promo, we got some Thunderous full arts. Then we come over here, we're only missing 2 full arts from Roaring Skies, plus a secret rare switch. Which, I mean, let's also be honest, this is gonna cost a little bit, plus the Mega Gallade might cost a little bit, and then the 1 full art that I'm missing, the 2 that I'm missing, Hydreigon and Mega Latios, might cost a little bit too. So it's not like I'm missing like cheap ones, but I don't have to worry about getting the Dragon type Rayquaza. I don't have to worry about getting full art Mega Rayquaza EX or the full art Rayquaza, which, guys, these cards are beautiful in person. Beautiful cards. I love this set. So this might be one of the ones where after the first set that I'm working on is done, we might hop into getting this done. Because as soon as I get these done and I move them into their own binder, then I'm just gonna go grab that master set. I'm gonna maybe sort through what I have down in the totes and all the ATBs. It's just simpler for me to just be like, all right, get near mint copies, because who knows the condition, because they've been banged around this entire time, and who knows how many reverses I actually have. All right, and unfortunately, here's our Ancient Origins. I thought I was a lot closer with this set than I actually am. But it turns out I'm actually only a lot closer with the regular EXs. It's the full art stuff that I'm missing. Which sucks, because, God, it'd be really nice to have some of these. But I went heavy into this set. I know I went heavy into this set specifically for the shiny primals, because I'm a shiny hunter at heart. I would love to do more Pokemon, like, content outside of cards. I would like to do more Pokemon Go and like Shuffle. I would like to keep uploading, but I don't know if anybody cares as much. Maybe I'll just upload it for me, but it's kind of like disheartening a little bit to upload it and then like nothing. But at the same time, it is a new channel. I gotta keep that in mind. It's not my regular channel, and even for my regular channel, it's relatively dead. It's not that big. But we do have Primal Groudon. Very happy that I have him. He is so beautiful. And we have Breakthrough here. Yeah, this should be Breakthrough. The Mewtwo set. Mewtwo and Mega Glalie and Houndoom. So I'm missing a Mega Glalie, I'm missing a Houndoom, I'm missing one Mewtwo here. I have a Photon Wave, I forget the other one. And a bunch of full arts we're missing, but we'll get there. There should be Houndoom, Mega Houndoom, Glalie, Mega Glalie, Mewtwo, Red Mewtwo. Then this should be Mewtwo, Mega Mewtwo X, I'm missing. Secret Rare, Mega Mewtwo Red, and then who else was it? I don't know. There might be some other cards here. I don't know. Or maybe there's a card here. I forget. I used to have all the Mewtwo's. I did end up selling a couple, including some stuff from Breakpoint. That's another thing. I had to sell some of my Pokemon cards. I think right now I'm going to just sell duplicates of cards, because it hurt so much to sell cards for my personal collection. I had to do it. I regret it in the fact that it was something that I needed to do, but I don't regret it because it's something that had to be done. I needed the funds for some medical bills and sold what I could to cover that for the time being, but don't want to divulge too much into that, or delve too much into that. We're here for Pokemon, but as you can see, we did open up a lot of Breakpoint. Breakpoint was the very first set that I was able to actually buy a booster box of. Now, whenever I see booster box, I'm like, oh yeah, it's gonna be a little pricey, but I can buy one. But back then, I was like, I had to save up, and I bought it with my very first check that I ever got from YouTube, which was super cool. It was super cool for me to be able to go to the Pokemon Center in New York. That's exactly what I wanted to do. It's probably not the most cost-efficient way to do it, but very, very happy still. So we're missing a couple still. I think it's a Manaphy here. We're missing a Ho-Oh here, Scissors here. I forget what else was in this set, but it's fine. There was an Espeon, yeah, but we had the Espeon card. Then over here we got our full arts. Missing the the regular Gyarados, but I do have the Mega, I do have the Manaphy, and I do have this Ho-Oh. So when I speak about like full art cards looking better today than they do, well, better than they do today, this is one of the type of cards I'm talking about. Like, it is so beautiful. Look at my Mega Charizard sleeves that I have. And then I actually pulled this Gyarados Secret Rare with the Surfing Greninja and Manaphy. I pulled that on that booster box, so, I was very happy with that. Venusaur, we're into generations now. Venusaur, Mega Venusaur. This was a set. I think Leafeon was here. I say that. This was a set. They did Leafeon dirty. Leafeon's the only one I think that didn't get a full art. Yeah, didn't get a full art card in the XY era. So we can tell who Pokemon Company did not like. But we're missing a bunch. I used to have, I think both the Blastoise and I think the Charizard regular, but I do think those are one of the ones that I had to part with. There's an Articuno that goes somewhere in here. I can't remember exactly, but it's a cool little mini set. I like the mythical collection that came with it. Those were my favorite things to open up, and this is probably the biggest regret maybe from the stuff that I had to sell. I used to have the Flareon and the full art Flareon, but I sold it thinking, okay, I'll sell it now and then I'll just buy it back probably around the same price. And then Prismatic Evolutions came out and went up in price. I literally sold it like 2 months before that boom, the Pokemon boom started happening again. But I did sell it under the condition that I'll buy them back in the future when I can afford to. So even if it's tripled, quadrupled in price, I'll save up, and when I can reasonably afford to do so, I'll do it. But Radiant Collection is really nice. I love it. Then we're on to Fates Collide. Don't remember who goes here, but I know that's an Alakazam. And we're missing a bunch here. I don't think I really cared too much for Fates Collide. It was one of the, I think this is, yeah, this was right before I was about to start college. Yeah, this was right before I was about to start college, so I actually wasn't spending money like that. Though over here, this kind of looks like I'm saying otherwise. That's not the case. No, that's not the case. These ones are gifted. Then we have these. I think I pulled these ones. I pulled these. This one I bought recently with adult money. With adult money, we love adult money. But yeah, only missing so far. Fates Collide isn't doing too bad. I mean, I have the Umbreon, and then I have the Secret Rare Alakazam, so not doing too bad here. But Steam Siege also might be one of those sets that I might complete relatively soon, because it's not missing too much. At least on first glance, it's not missing too much. We're gonna look. But we got Volcanion EX missing there. And then we have Mega Gardevoir. Those are the only two EXs we're missing. It's not too bad, though Gardevoir is going up in price. I do understand that. I do recognize that's happening. But it's okay. I'm aware. You know, we've got Magearna in here that we're missing, Steelix, Mega Steelix. Maybe some trainers? I forget. But it's not too bad. I think this is a relatively cheap set. Got like little bits of dust in here. Then we move on to the final XY set, Evolutions. So we're missing Mega Venusaur, we're missing Mega Charizard, we're missing Ninetales Break. And then we're missing Dragonite. That's all the regular like EXs and stuff we're missing. Ultra rares, which by the way guys, these cards are cool. I like gold cards. Gold cards are nice. Then we have Mega Venusaur. This is Mega Charizard right here. I do have Mega Charizard full art. It is in a PSA 9. I haven't determined whether or not I'm going to break it out and put it in the binder or just essentially leave the spot empty knowing that I have the card. Because I can do that. An empty space doesn't bother me so much as long as there's a specific reason why it's empty, because it's a graded card, it's fine. But missing Mega Blastoise, Mewtwo, Pidgeot, and then over here is Brock's Grit and Misty. I do think I still have the Misty. I think I just don't, I have it misplaced at the moment. If I don't have it misplaced, if I can't find it within like a month, I am just replacing it straight up because I want to make sure I have that card still. It's one of the cards that I do like. And yeah, that's all for the XY era. When it comes to the promos, I have a binder for it. The original binder that I used to have all my ultra rare stuff, I've made that now my XY promo binder. That's going to be different. But yeah, so now, like I said, when we fill out this, if I get these cards, if I get the Blastoise and all the other full arts, I just move these cards from here, just take them out of this binder. We'll do like a little mail call, show them off all in one go, and then we'll move them to the binder, and you won't see them the next time. But like I said, I might make a little list. Maybe I'll have like a community post, or like I don't know. We'll see, because I don't mind. I like trading, but at the same time, it's a different era of the internet than it was back then. A lot different. But now, on to the next page, and this should be, we're coming to the end of it. So these are just some duplicate cards. These are just some extras that I had. I do have an extra of the Venusaur full art, and I just tossed them in here. If I were to take out all of these though, I can space out the black and white ultra rares. I'm almost certain I can, because there's not a lot. There's not a lot. For example, the first set only has 3, and unfortunately, the boom is causing another issue with one of the cards I sold. I had the Reshiram and Zekrom. I actually had the full set. I had every single last one, and somebody wanted to buy the Genie set and Reshiram. So it broke up my Reshiram Zekrom, and I hated that. And now Reshiram's like super expensive. And I always wanted to get a new Zekrom because this card is old. This came out when Black and White came out. Like it's an old card. But you can see here, like it's been through it. But it's okay. But eventually I'll space these out the same way I did this in release date order and space them out with all the other ultra rares in mind. But this is where the era of full arts really was the best, truthfully. I love these secret rare shinies. I do want to get the Deluge, I think it's Deluge Blastoise. The Enzoroark is really not Enzoroark. I'm thinking of Journey Together, which I have not found a single pack of, by the way, guys. That's why you haven't seen an opening of it. But I do want to get the Zoroark. That would be really nice. And then Deluge Blastoise would be really good. And then the eggs with the explosion, the egg bomb or pop, I forget what it is. I forget the name of it, or egg barrage, something where you can just kind of keep getting that same card over and over again from the deck. I forget how it works, but I know it's super playable. But I have the Swords of Justice, and I have the Victini, which is really cool. So I'm happy I have those. I gotta replace everything else. Thankfully, the genies aren't pricey at the moment, so I mean, those aren't gonna be too bad of a pickup. It's just getting the Reshiram back. But I really like these full arts. They just aren't textured, and they improved them when they came to down here. I have my White Kira, my Giratina. Like, these are some of the most beautiful cards, people. Like, am I crazy? Am I crazy? Is this not like some of the best full arts ever? And then I used to have the Mew, don't have it anymore. I know I traded a bunch, especially when cards are new. I'm like, oh yeah, I can get it again. And then I don't. So eventually I'll get it again, but I got the Victini here. Over here is a Japanese copy of the, I think it's Dark Explorers is the set. Mewtwo, I do want to get a new Mewtwo. And this is the Kyurem. What is it? No. These are what I want to talk about. I have promos here. Normally I wouldn't include them, but they were just ultra rare black and white promos. I just tossed them in real quick because they're not spaced out correctly. And then the other thing is this Mewtwo, I think, is different than like what a normal Mewtwo would look like, because I learned this recently for a set that I'm working on, that one of the battle arenas has like a Sheen foil to it, and I am certain this came from a battle arena or a battle deck of sorts, because I know I never pulled this. So I think that's why it is like, so I think the difference is that it literally just hollow patterns diagonally. You'll see that here rather than with other promos, other cards. You'll see it's like a left to right kind of deal. You can kind of see it here, but it doesn't do like a little diagonal across the card kind of thing. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, like I said, this is something I'm going to work on over time. Just wanted to show this off. At some point, I might do like a full-on binder review. Don't know, maybe, if you guys ever want to. But I like to do it when I have the sets complete and the binders done the way that I want to. But yeah, that's everything for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button down below, and maybe check out the next coming week or two. I might have something already lined up. So until next time, you two, goodbye.